For this year's upcoming monster battle between two of cinema's most famous characters, Godzilla and King Kong, we already have a decent understanding of what the King of the Monsters will look like when facing off against Kong. But what about the giant ape himself? He was just a juvenile in his appearance in Kong Skull Island, and just like how you changed from a preteen to the beautiful goddess or hunk of meat that you are now as an adult, the same is said to happen for Kong. The 50 years worth of growth has been hinted at by small official posts like this poster here and other leaked poor quality glimpses of promotional material. But the actual look of Kong in the story is still mostly unknown. Everyone has expectations, but what is the image of the beast that we will actually be seeing? In this video, I will go over what I think King Kong will look like. Remember to follow us on Instagram and Facebook if you haven't already, and let's get to it. Before I go in depth on what I feel Kong will look like, I want to brace your minds for the overall image I'm trying to place here, aight? So think manly man, throw in a bit of that Viking flair, and that guy who gets off on chopping wood. Now that you are mentally seasoned and probably growing chest hair as we speak, let's talk about Kong. Now let me know if I'm wrong, but my take is that Kong's most important feature in this upcoming movie is his noggin. I know you are already thinking it, yes, Kong will have a beard of epic proportions. No, not like them coffee shop beards, like a full-on mountain man beard. A bearded Kong has long been brought up and wanted by the fans, and from what we know, we will all get what we want here. When facing off against Godzilla, a real badass looking guy himself, this beard will help make Kong look equally as tough and threatening. Behind this beard, Kong will probably be covered in all sorts of scars due to his endless battles with the skullcrawlers and other monsters of Skull Island. He will have massive fangs that will be more impressive than Godzilla's little lizard teeth, and surely we will see him flaring these chompers off a lot whenever it's time to brawl. As much as I'm excited for these more brutish aspects of Kong's facial appearance, what I'm most interested in seeing are his eyes. There has always been something special about Kong's eyes in the King Kong movies, and Monster vs. Kong is no different. He holds so much emotions in them, and it's almost like you can see into his past and know where his pain, joy, and empathy are coming from. Slight change of pace here. I do think Kong will take on more aspects of real-life gorillas in Godzilla vs. Kong. I bet he will have a massive forehead that leads into a brow that would make a caveman look like Henry Cavill in comparison. The top of Kong's head is likely to sport a sagittal crest, or what is also called a high-domed head, a feature that is prominent on full-grown male gorillas. Adding in all these features, and Kong's head is set to look epic. Do you think my predictions are on point? Let me know down below, residents. Male gorillas tend to have large, barrel-like upper bodies, with bloated bellies due to the enlarged intestines needed to eat the rough vegetation that gorillas feed on. The stomachs tend to stick out further than the chests of these animals, but for King Kong, I expect this to change. You can't go and have a beer gut when you're about to face off against the greatest opponent on the planet, so my take on Kong has him with a massive chest, with bulging pectoral muscles, and a neck that may be hidden due to his ginormous trap muscles. His stomach will still be thick, but will not be bloated, instead being defined and sturdy in appearance. I would expect some scars from his previous battles as well. Kong's arms are his weapons, so they have to be the most impressive parts on his body, and perform at top-notch levels to be able to fight Godzilla. Just like with gorillas, Kong's arms are going to be long, bulky, and massive, with thick forearms in order to withstand the force that is applied from punches, beatdowns, and gripping onto mountainsides while climbing. These forearms will likely be covered in a very thick layer of fur since Kong will use his forearms as a shield of sorts, and this extra protection will aid in his defense. While real gorillas walk on all fours primarily, and have legs that are much less built than their arms, King Kong will be different. We know that this Kong prefers walking on two legs like a human, which means his legs will be sturdy and well suited for combat and moving around. They will still be less impressive than his arms, but as long as they do the job, that's all that matters. Now here's a benefit for all you kaiju kink lovers, which is a surprisingly scary amount. Kong's walking on two legs for such a long time will probably mean he's gonna have a plump little booty on him. Moving on. Like I mentioned about Kong's forearms having more fur than other parts of his body, I do think Kong will have much more hair in this upcoming movie. His arms, chest, and shoulders, and legs will probably be covered in a thick layer of fur that is much longer than the hair found on his midsection, giving the beast the appearance of a male lion, an ancient barbarian, or a Viking warrior. This helps against incoming strikes and bites, but also looks cool as shit. Gorillas tend to have similar colors in their fur, that being dark brown that looks black almost, shades of lighter brown colors, and gray depending on the individual. Studies suggest the gorilla's environments have a big part to play on their coloration. As darker members tend to be from colder climates, the dark colors attract more heat from the sun, and the lighter, more brown colors are found in the jungle-faring apes. Kong in his first appearance was more brown in color, which makes sense due to Skull Island being a semi-tropical environment. But my prediction in Godzilla vs. Kong is that he will grow darker in color and gain more of that gray that can be found on the dominant alpha male gorillas in our real world. We have to remember that this is a movie and Kong needs to look as badass as possible, especially when his opponent is this guy. Hey Residence Jacob here. At the end of the day, these are all just my ideas thrown together with the tidbits of images we have gotten on Kong's appearance in Godzilla vs. Kong so far. We don't know just yet, but I thought it would be fun to let you guys hear my thoughts, but feel free and add your input. I'd imagine we will get the first official images of Kong in the next few months, so stay tuned, especially to Dangerville. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we upload. This video was a blast to make and I hope it was good for you guys as well. You're all freaking awesome, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone.